My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is November 30th, 2025. It is 6:04 a.m. This is like video number 4. I'm just continuing because I had a long list. Okay, and I did a pretty good job the way that I did the list. So I grouped those videos or tweets together. So let's start with this. I can't repost this enough. Okay, so she or he retweeted this quote. No, you talk about her, Meghan Sussex, because it gets click and views and the public are nosy and interesting. All right, so there's only one response here. Thanks for posting, spot on. Let's go into that and listen. Oh my God. Okay, did I share this in one video before? It's 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Okay, no, you talk about her, Meghan Sussex, because it gets clicks and views and the public are nosy and interesting. She tagged the person. Who is this person? Okay, Archie Manners. Okay. This is what happens when you give logical common sense advice to people who claim that Meghan annoys them to stop following and talking about her and just to ignore her. They don't want to hear that and instead try to derail the advice and conversation. Archie may not have considered this, but these Meghan hate commentators are thoroughly fascinated and engaged in Meghan. They hate her for her admirable qualities of resilience, self-assuredness, intelligence, her beauty, and her general star power, which she withdrew from the UK, and from the dying relevance of the abusive, gaslighting monarchy. Truly, we all know that the annoyance stems from a hatred that comes from a form of love admiration, that turn to resentment that she rejects them, and annoyance that as they perceive she's continuing to live life demonstrating her admirable qualities for her own causes and that she did not get the punishment they think she deserved so that she could regret leaving. Talking and slating Meghan is part of their therapy and in a way their method of hating back at her. Of course, that's why when Meghan goes MIA, they go crazy looking for where this apparently annoying person is. Okay, so let's listen. 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
Friends of Meghan, but I do think it's...
You met her?
Like, if you don't talk about her, she won't annoy you. And it's like, everyone who talks about her has never met her. And it's like, oh, I don't know why any of you care.
Well, she keeps doing TV shows. So
well, don't watch them then. Lots of you do TV shows. Lots of people don't watch that either. They get wound up. Just, you know, change channel. There's lots of other options out there.
Yeah, but
it's like talking to a child. It's like talking to a child who doesn't know any better. Oh my God.
No, not this one.
No, stay on this one, please.
This one you have to watch.
This is feeding.
You have to watch. No, because also, this will just to let viewers into something, which is that our Westminster studios are 2 floors above the Prime Minister's nuclear bunker. So in the event of the nuclear terrorist attack or whatever happens, conceivably
you say the one as if it's like
well, yeah, because it'd be the only one, wouldn't it? GB News would be the only news channel available because we'd be the only one.
You'd be like the general saying this is not a coup.
Yeah, this is not a coup. We've seen them all off. It's just us now. It's what we always wanted.
It's a self-perpetuating thing. The reason she gets commissions is because people like us talk about it because we get wound up by it. So she gets.
Is Harry all right though? Because he looks really, really depressed.
I think he's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not something I'm going to talk about at great length.
Okay, fair enough. Well, there you go.
But he's not. I mean, when you say he's all right, I mean, he's fine.
But I think that the reason that we talk about her is because she's so jolly annoying.
No, you talk about her because it gets clicks and views and the public are nosy and interested.
Honestly, I think she's really annoying.
Well, but fine, there's lots of things that's annoying. I ignore them. I find mosquitoes annoying. I don't live anywhere where they are.
Yeah, but you put repellent on, don't you?
When I'm there.
Sure you own half of Scotland, Archie. I mean, come on,
But
let's spend a lot of mosquitoes.
if you find something annoying, you don't. I mean, you've got plenty of colleagues you find annoying. You probably don't see them.
So Archie, I was looking.
We all get on very well together at GBNews.
So I was looking in the Daily Mail today when I was with my mum in
organ of
hospital.
pro-Meghan truth.
Page 3, I come to Meghan.
Page 3, is it? Page 3 good?
straight on, and I find something far more interesting. An Aldi meat
Oh, it looks nice, that pie.
Go and buy the pie.
That looks a hell of a lot better than that stuff that on her video.
Anna, the great joy of a newspaper is if you're not interested in an article, you turn the page. I can teach you how to do it. It's amazing.
We did it.
It's an old-fashioned technique, but it works.
Oh my god, it's fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. Common sense, like I've said in so many other videos. It seems like there's something, some part of their brain that literally is missing. It's like talking to a child. The child who doesn't know for the first time a fire will burn. They will go and touch it. These people, they have experience over and over again. You would have thought, like Harry have said in the Obama Foundation, you would have thought the older that they are, the more experience and things that they know, but they're worse.
I mean, I've been a pessimist many times because of the work that we end up doing. You can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. It was always presumed, this is my take on it, which may be very wrong, but I think the presumption was always the longer you spend on this planet, the more experience and the more knowledge that you have.
They're worse than children. Let me just read what's there. Okay, they're obsessed and can't stop watching. Hilarious. Of course, they could ignore her, hate the show, don't watch it. But they can't stop writing about her because it gets clicks. And due to the contract with the royal family, they can freely write about the Wells, so the Sussex is all they have. He gets it. If they don't like Meghan, move on. Instead, these people fly to Montecito to complain about her gem. It's more expensive if you include the cost of a plane ticket, stalker. Archie is so annoyed with these Delulu grifters and undercover friends trying to legitimize their Meghan obsession. At this point, chasing the clicks and dollars pound is only part of the story. You're right, there is a real psychological component that seems endlessly fascinated with her. They're purely crazy, that's all. Let's go to the next tweet. Another video from GBNews. Okay, so that's different. Whew, to listen to these people, oh my god, you need to be in a space and like take a deep breath. This woman needs to shut the F up. Everyone is doing sales at this time of the year. Are Charles' gem always sold out? Why isn't she attacking him? Stop with your bitter lies. Shut the F up. Okay, 1 minute and 5 seconds. Screenshot, okay?
First of all, no, like where are the potatoes, where are the carbs? Because that's what my Christmas looks like. It doesn't look like, you know, greens and a random dip that's probably low fat. I just think that, yeah, I first of all, it's sort of not cordon bleu that she's gone and done that. There's no culinary excellence within this cooking program, even though she kind of pretends to be that. And in terms of the jam, it's 20% off Black Friday sale at the moment. I don't want this to look like an advertisement for it, but she's very eager to...
Well, you're doing it for her. Thank you. And this is what Meghan be saying. Thank you very much for the advertisement. I'm thinking of an ad right now. When's this finished, I'll put it and share it with you.
Shift that jam. It didn't sell out immediately on a second or third drop. So I think she's having plenty of issues because she told Bloomberg that she's, you know, ordered hundreds of thousands of units because they kept selling out. They haven't managed to sell that out. So I guess if this is one last ditch effort to get rid of that jam, good for her. But I think it's the last that we'll see of her on Netflix. She's cozied up to Jeff Bezos at Kris Jenner's birthday party. She's looking for the next prospect. Yeah, this might be the last we see of her on that streaming platform. First,
oh my god, it's like you have to take a deep breath. Meghan knows exactly what she's doing. Okay, let me look for the GIF that I was thinking about. So this is what I wrote. Meghan Sussex, thank you very much. Free ad. This is exactly what I was thinking of. Okay. Meanwhile, that woman is making money and paying rent by talking about Meghan. What the actual F? She sound and looks so stupid. I wonder if they go back and listen to their stupidity. Beats me how grown men and women can come on TV just to trash talk someone they've never met and know nothing about. All right, this is the last one. I saw this earlier and my one and thought they bank on the fact that royalists are genuinely stupid. I can imagine them in their production meeting having a laugh at how stupid people have to be to buy their nonsensical ramblings. I don't know. Let's go to the next tweet. They're really making the UK look bad. All right. She then stutter. The caption for this clip on Instagram said, "Immigrants build the UK." What will Nigel Farage and his 5 Reform Party MPs say since they want to get rid of them? These maniacs, okay? This is the mindset they have. They're transferring the nonsense into the US, okay? Put US on a platform to demonstrate to the rest of their countries, okay? Follow America. This is what you should do to your immigrants. All right, but anyway, let's listen to her. They were the one who came to the RNC for Farage, the 2 former prime ministers and one influencer, because they wanted Trump to be in office. When you see headlines or articles talking about, oh, UK is not going to share intelligence with the US, they crafted, okay? They helped manufacture the nonsense that you see going on in South America. Now that they manufactured or they shape it, whatever war they're trying to create, okay? They shape it to a point where, okay, we could move out the way now. Let the US take care of it, okay? So when things come up, they could say, oh, we're not part of it. I knew from the beginning something was going on in South America with the Venezuela and Guyana thing. That was the pretense they create, okay, telling people they're gonna send warship to protect their, their Commonwealth. I think Guyana was their former Commonwealth or colony, I should say, okay, to protect it. The issue that they create was that Moderno from Venezuela wanted its land from Guyana. And then the UK used that excuse to send warship pretending they're gonna protect the, Guyana or something like that. But that was the manufactured nonsense they create to go to South America. They cannot just go there. They had to create a reason. Okay, these people, like Harry have said and other thing with their headlines, they create the news. Okay?
They don't report the news, they create it. And
they don't just report it, they create it. Same blueprint. They create the narrative to have a reason to go to South America to send warship. Whatever happened to between Venezuela and Guyana, that narrative is gone. Okay, now you see there's Trump doing international barbaric behavior in South America. Now they're creating, the next phase is creating a reason to have chaos. All right? And so many things is happening. It's unnecessary. I don't know if they're trying to bring black and brown countries to fight each other. So they will pretend, each country is gonna take a side or something like that, and then they send those black and brown country first to go attack each other. Meanwhile, America or EU is standing back just watching them killing each other, and then once they finish killing each other, they go and pick up the loot. So many of these people better be careful. But anyway, let's listen to this. Everything that you see is happening, it's manufactured. They're creating it so they have a reason to send your kids to go to war. But anyway, let's listen to that.
British isn't a thing. What is a British person? The Queen herself wasn't British. So what is a British person? They don't like immigrants. They don't like black people. This country is based off of immigrants and black people. Because immigrants and black people are the only people that are willing to do the jobs that white people ain't willing to do because it's below their class. And I feel like that's a thing. What is a British person? The Queen herself wasn't British. So what is a British person? They don't like immigrants, they don't like black people. This country is based off of immigrants and black people. Because immigrants and black people are the only people that are willing to do the jobs that white people ain't willing to do because it's below their class. And I feel like that's stupid. Because if it wasn't for your ancestors, your grandparents, my parents, other people who come from people who are not originated from the UK, what would the UK be? Because I don't see no English white man cleaning up the streets. I don't see no English white man working in Tesco's, working in KFC. I don't see none of that. I see Indians, I see black people, I see Polish people everywhere. Where do you see a white man in the office? You don't see a white man doing no hardcore job.
I find it controversial to say white lives matter.
Because what's putting their life at risk? What is putting them at risk? What police officers are harassing them? Black people come from pain. Black people come from suffering. Do you get it? A black person has, from as long as history goes, black people have never had the same equal rights as a white person. So black people should be proud of their skin, especially when they're judged and belittled because of it.
Wow, that's very interesting. Oh, there's no comment. Let's go to the next tweet. All right, my note here: young white Gen Z. What is this about? All right, let's pause this here. Okay, after 1865, the White Pointy Hat Committee became our doctors, lawyers, policemen, congressmen, and president. They only changed uniform. It's still them. All right, let's listen to this. I'm not going to go in the comments, okay?
You know that White Pointy Hat group that was founded in 1865, the one that's 160 years old? And in all of that time, the United States never once labeled it a terrorist organization? A group that lynched, burned, bombed, and terrorized Black Americans for generations. They not only avoided the label of terrorist, but also for decades operated as a nonprofit, tax exempt, under the protection of the same government whose citizens they murdered. So to be clear, you can be brown, Muslim, or even just have the wrong name, and you're viable to be put on a watch list. And the system will brand you as a threat in seconds. Apparently, also, if you say that fascism is bad, you're on a list. But the pointy white hat crew, they can march in daylight. They can host rallies. They're protected by free speech. So when people talk about law and order or who the real terrorists are, remember who's been allowed to actually terrorize this country without consequence. Maybe the issue isn't that America can't identify terrorists. Maybe the issue is who America chooses to protect from that definition. Because if the pointy white hats still aren't on that damn list, then the problem is not national security, it's national hypocrisy.
Okay, when I saw that, and this is why I put young white Gen Z, at least they're seeing reality. Okay, I'm not gonna go in the comment. Let's go to the next one. Now, Jake Paul. This I saw a while back, but I thought I'd share it anyway. How long? It's pretty long, I think. 2 minutes and 55 seconds. We knew this already. They just work overtime to keep it hidden from us. Let me go into that so it could be bigger. Again, I'm not gonna go in the comment on this video. Jake Paul rants about black people being indigenous to America. That's the open eye. They whitewash history. That was a quote. Thought. Let's listen.
Look at her, that's royalty right there. But instead of honoring her history, they made paint out of her body. They was out here grinding up melanated mummies, turning their pigments into paint. The Mona Lisa was painted with bodies. Where you think they got the paint? Go look up Mummy Brown. Y'all have to go watch the last video. Original Black God posted to me. They keep yelling AI manipulation, but y'all blind to the real illusion. America was never. People like me, it was copper skinned first. So-called black people, the indigenous Moorish Americans. Black people started every culture, and they are the indigenous people all over this planet. Dig deeper into the truth. Not just Google and Wikipedia. Do real research. Go to libraries. Bro, does this look like AI? Look, I'm real. I bleed, I sweat, I breathe. How am I AI, huh? So what, they're AI too? The cars, the sun, the mansion, all prompts now? You people sound insane, bro. The internet's losing its mind. It's fucking saying, oh, stop blackwashing history. How the fuck can they be blackwashing history when the proof and evidence is right in your fucking face? I swear to God. Some of you are fucking foolish mule. Like they say, you can lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it fucking drink. just whitewash history. They grinded melanated people into paint. Mummy Brown, go look it up. They dug up melanated Egyptians, turned them into powder, sold them in paint tubes to Europe. Real bones, real flesh. It was literally eating the bones too, calling it Mia, a cure made from them, all to steal the melanin. The entire modern perception of the black man in America is a manufactured lie. The first black men in the U.S. Congress were elected right after the 13th Amendment outlawed slavery. By 1871, 7 black men were serving. I'm talking about Hiram Revels, Jefferson Davis, Benjamin Turner, Robert Carlos, Josiah T. Clowns always hide behind fucking private accounts to talk down on them. You're all fucking clowns, and not all of them are fucking liberals. They were the first Republicans of this country. You fucking Cabbage Patch. Waste of time.
Bro, the only reason my fucking phone quality is low is because it's a fucking burner. The info's still HD.
No argument. Black people are the owners of this planet. The only reason my people are afraid of critical race theory is because they are afraid of a history where we are not the main characters. We never been the main characters. Deal with it, like I did. Y'all crying AI manipulation. But look at this. They painted over so-called black history. These were the real rulers. From 1100 to 1848, Europe was run by black and brown nobility. Bro, how the hell was the video I did AI? I was literally in the Vatican showing y'all Moorish paintings. Y'all keep saying, oh, it's misinformation. Always trying to get blacks on the side before the fight, bro. Y'all sound so ignorant. Go research everything I said in that video. So we are all just fucking prompts now. I didn't know you could curse with AI. You fucking people sound insane, bro. This ain't a simulation. This is reality. If this is AI, then I'm the fucking glitch. Now everybody in the comments mad saying AI video, but none of y'all want to face the message. The Vatican is hiding a silver gauntlet with the last Moorish king's petrified hand, and y'all worried about filters and gym selfies? Wake up.
When I came across this video of him, I was very surprised. Is it him or his brother who I had issues with, who went to Japan and they went and filmed at a place where people unalive themselves? Okay, you could go look at it. I spoke about it a while back. But when I came across this video, I was utterly surprised. I wasn't expecting this kind of information coming out of him. But what's good about it, though, all right, let me see how many followers he have. Okay, Jake Paul. Because if he has a lot of followers, it's good. Okay, let's put it. Jake Paul followers on. Okay, do they quantify it? Okay, YouTube, Instagram. He has 4. I don't know if it's him. Let me go on the main thing. Jake Paul versus Tommy. Okay, Jake Paul has over 70 million, so that's good. That's good. If he had posted that on wherever he had those millions of followers, that's good. Okay, these are the people who has a lot of followers that need to talk about this kind of things. Okay, Jake Paul has over 70 million followers across major social media platforms, including approximately 28.3 million on Instagram, 20.9 million on YouTube, 18.9 million on TikTok, and 4.5 million on X, formerly Twitter. Okay, all these numbers, they are in million. This is what we need. Okay, people who have followers to talk facts, inform the people. I'm glad, he's talking about this on his social media. Okay, because Trump is doing the exact same thing. When he wants to spread his misinformation, his stupidity, he goes to people who have followers, because he already have control of mainstream media. So what he's doing is going to other influencers who have millions of followers. So I'm glad he spoke about that. Jake Paul, that is. All right, next tweet. I didn't go in the comments, okay? And that thing, what I just said about people who have followers, that goes as well for Haitians, okay? If you know of any Haitian YouTubers or something like that, let me know. I'm not on TikTok, okay? I don't know when I will be on TikTok, but right now TikTok is not in my periphery. I'm on Instagram. You could tell me. I'm on Twitter, but I haven't been on Twitter. Not Twitter. I'm on Facebook, but I haven't been on Facebook for at least 3 years since the pandemic. Okay? But I have an account there. But IG, occasionally I hop here and there. to look what Meghan posts or I post something on my account. That's about it. But let's say on YouTube, on X, if you know, let me know so I could follow them and be informed. But the main thing, the reason I'm bringing all of this here is that Haitian, because I think Haiti has a lot of potential to be better. And the way the country is right now, in a way, I'm not saying it's good, but I'm thinking in terms of the land, not the people, the land. It's so pure, like virgin and natural. They didn't do too much, putting huge buildings and to disturb the land. I'm not talking about the capital, like the countryside area. So there is so much potential in that aspect and so many studies and invention, better understanding of agriculture and all of that, where they don't have to repeat the mistakes of developed countries with their land. So when Haiti is decided to, now the people decided to get their heads together and move the country forward, they can focus on how they could develop the country without disturbing, putting non-natural thing for the land to be developed. Yes, housing is gonna be needed and all of that, but in terms of agriculture and different things, farming, this kind of thing, they could do it in a more sustainable, cleaner, with cleaner energy. So this is the thing that I see for Haiti, because we have developed countries have made so many mistakes, putting how do they call this, pesticides on things and their agriculture and things like that. So we could learn from that. So the others have made mistakes, we could learn from their mistakes and not to repeat it. This is the way that I see Haiti's moving forward. Anyway, this is the next tweet. It started as a hobby for black folks, and these vultures took it. With the help of sneaker brands, made it into something unaffordable and unattainable. Okay, this person retweeted that. Okay, let's go into it. All right, let me pause it so I don't get flagged. All right, the sneaker market just collapsed and nobody knows why. I know why, because black people are not shopping. A sneaker shop owner says the entire market died overnight and the numbers are insane. Okay, shoes that were $500 to $600 now won't move at $300. Jordan 1 sitting for $90. Dunks and GRs gathering dust. Even Heat price under retail isn't selling. Yeezys, once the fastest resale shoes on earth, are tanking everywhere. He straight up asked, quote, "Does anyone want to explain why shoes are literally just dying right now?" And the weirdest part, nobody's selling or buying. The whole ecosystem is frozen. Something broke, but nobody can agree on what. What really kills the sneaker market, the economy, the hype dying, or is the whole resale game finally collapsing? The two main reasons are that, first of all, a lot of African Americans decided they will sit this one out over the holiday. They're not gonna spend their money on things that's not necessary. The second thing is, which is obviously, Trump is tanking the economy. TANKING, tanking the economy. We do not know if we're gonna get out of this nonsense that we are in right now. So sneakers is not that a must or a need. Okay, sneakers is a want. Okay, people who had extra before Trump came and tanked the economy, people who had extra money, they want sneakers or they're collecting sneakers. It goes into their extra pile of excessive income. Okay, but right now we are in a dire situation where we do not know if the economy will ever change. So people are not gonna buy that. So it's two reasons. Saving their money for the unknown, and second, African American are not spending money this holiday. All right, so let's listen to him. I mean, sneakers was always overrated. Like the original tweet that we tweeted that is that black people had they made it as a hobby, and then these people, they see where the money could go, and then they went just like everything else black people created. They went and grab it and do whatever so they could make money off of it. So, and just in case some people outside of the country don't know, right now, mostly African American have decided they're not gonna spend, what did they call it? A blackout. So this is what's happening in the US right now. Okay, I asked Google, are African Americans are doing a blackout? The thing is yes. The answer is yes. Several grassroots organizations and community leaders, including Blackout the System and We Ain't Buying It, are encouraging people, including African Americans, to participate in an economic blackout this holiday season, specifically from November 25th to December 2nd, 2025. This mass blackout is a form of economic protest aimed at leveraging consumer spending power to call out systematic inequalities, corporate greed, and the rollback of diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) policies by major corporations. Okay? Remember I said, okay, while the racists came to America, well, it was always there, but they want to put it on a global scale for the others to follow. I say two things can happen, but only one can stay. Either what Trump is trying to do is going to be the norm, or, and then for the rest of the world to follow, or America is going to teach the rest of the world how to combat this systemic racism that Trump is trying to do. Okay? We cannot have both. It's one or the other. Right now, we are at a tug of war. While many things are not going the way America, the rest of the world used to see America, but the rest of the world are seeing what America is truly is and the power of African Americans. All right, you could go on Google and type the same thing and you could read more about it. So this is what's going on right now in the US as of November 30th, 2025. All right, so African Americans say, we're going to show them. They don't want us. You're firing us. You're against DEI. And okay, fine. But we're not going to spend our money. That's what's happening. And I'm seeing some TikTok videos on YouTube saying there's white people who's following the trend. Now some of them are seeing what African American was trying to tell them. They didn't get it until now. Some of them, not all. All right, so now back to this. Let's listen.
Does anyone want to explain why shoes are literally just dying right now? I own a sneaker store and we've been struggling for the last couple months. And y'all can say, oh, it's because you overprice things. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, it's a Yeezy. You're overpricing it. It's $110. Retails like $2-something. Market's like $190. I'm pricing it at $110. It's brand new. An off-white lot dunk, which you haven't been able to get for 4 years now. Used to be going for $500 to $600. Market's like $400. We haven't priced at $320. A shoe that's sold out, hard to get. A SB Navy 4. It's used, but $210. That's like retail. And then you have stuff that are like Jordan 1s, like these shattered backboards that just came out. We were charging like $170 for them or something like that, which retails higher. And then we got like Lucky Greens, the Royal Toes. All these things are going for well under retail, and we haven't priced under retail. For example, like a yellow ochre, which is not even a bad shoe, is going for like $90 in store here, which is crazy. Retail is like what, $170? It's definitely an interesting time in the sneaker world right now, and you'd think that people would be coming to sell us their shoes too because the market's down. They just want to get rid of some stuff, but that's not even the case. We haven't had a lot of people coming to sell to us. I mean, last week we did buy a lot of shoes, but this week we're a little slow. So if you guys are looking to sell us your shoes or come and buy some shoes because you're looking to buy the dip, then please stop by 1049 East Imperial Highway, Placentia, California. It's Hidden Realm.
All right, so I saw that. I thought I'd share it with you. Let's go to the next tweet. I'm not going to go in the comment section. Okay, what is this here? Okay, so this different topic here. Okay, this is the name of the person. Assimi Goïta of Mali isn't joking around with the French-sponsored terrorists in his country. So let's listen to that. It's only 28 seconds. I'm not going to go in the comment as well.
This is why terrorists in the Sahel tremble when they hear the name. General Assimi Goïta. What looks like a random motorcycle junkyard is actually a graveyard of defeat. Every bike here once belonged to the terrorists who thought they owned the Sahel. Now, they belong to Mali. Goïta and the alliance of Sahel forces seized them, one battle at a time. He's not just a leader, he's a soldier who's walked the warpaths himself. He knows every trick, every ambush, every shadow they hide in. And guess what? He's just getting started. This is why terrorists in the Sahel tremble when they hear the name General.
This is the thing here. The, like France and US paying the uneducated poor blacks in Africa to carry these atrocities. God help us. God help us. And may God protect the African leaders who wants to change the trajectory of Africa, to unite Africa. All right, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. And I think this is my last one. Oh no, is that the same one? Let me make sure. I don't want to skip it because once I'm done recording, I'm not gonna go back to any of those three. Okay, so I did it. This is my last one. And this is completely 360. Has nothing to do with any of the topic that I mentioned. Let's pause. Okay, because they know how y'all like to steal and sell their babies like slave. Let me go into that. Pause. She gave birth to her first baby and couldn't stop hugging it. All right, it's 16 seconds. Okay, there's a puppy, a newborn puppy underneath the dog's mouth. Okay. There's a music. Oh my goodness. Look her. She's hugging her or him. Wow. Oh my God. So what happened? Did it only give birth to only one? It's starting over. Did they already sold the others? I wonder how many puppies in his lead or her leader. All right. So that's it. I thought that was good to share. So let's I was doing thumbnails for one of the thing. Prayer for safety and protection of leaders of Africa. Africa. All right, prayer for government leaders, but the one who wants to do good. Prayer for civility of a nation. Maybe that one. Oh my God, it's small. A prayer of peace and civility in our nation. Our Lord, your ways are peace, justice, and righteousness. We pray for Prince. Okay, yeah, it is Prince. We pray for Prince of Peace will heal the division in our nation and unite the hearts of believers. Where there is misunderstanding, bring clarity. Where there is anger, bring compassion. Help citizens and leaders to listen to each other, to seek to understand before being understood. Remind us of our eternal perspective as we live in the present, working for the good of our community. Amen. All right, so this is pretty good. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better